A mom and son duo takes center stage on this Motivation with Marissa. I'm Marissa Mitchell, and let me tell you about today's guests. They're a pair that created a nonprofit and co-authored a children's book. The Elegant Elephant, Fly, and Flea teaches kids about bullying, setting boundaries, and overcoming challenges. Dr. Lucille, Hilliard, and Marcellus Mitchell, no relation, though it could be relation. It is so good to have you both here in studio.
Thank you.
Now, I see the shirt says, ask me about the book, and I will in just a bit. But I want to begin with this relationship, mother and son, and how it all came to be with the book, but then also the bond that you two share.
Yes. Well, I'll start by saying, yes, this is my son, and we share a lot.
The same face. You look just like your mom.
That's what I tell him. I don't know how he accepts that, but that's what I tell him. But we're so thankful we even went to school together.
Really?
Yes, we did. I was a year ahead of him. My grades were better than his, even though he was younger. And I passed my books on to him from Howard University, but we enjoyed the experience together. And I said to him, let's tell the dean that you're my son. And he said, no, I don't want people to know, because we had the two last names. I don't want people to know. But when the dean gave a shout out to a mother and daughter, then he wants now, let's tell them. I said no.
Oh, he wanted to tell the world,
tell the world now.
He wanted that shine.
That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted.
And I get it too. It's like, well, I don't want everybody to know. I want to, shine on my own.
Yes.
But I'm certainly glad the two of you are together. One thing that stood out to me, because I had the pleasure of meeting you both on a zip trip.
Yes.
But the joy that you share, it feels authentic and warm.
Right.
Was it always that way when you put this book together, or did you go to and fro with the characters, the plot, and so forth?
Well, let me say something on that. I will tell you this. I mean, we go back and forth with each other, but at the core of our existence is love. So, with love, there's always going to be some ups and downs. So when we did the book, we did kind of go back and forth. I mean, even today we went back and forth a little bit, but at the end of it, it's love and respect that I have for her, because going back to your first question, she was there for me when I had tumultuous, situations in my life. So I can appreciate and respect her for what she's done. So yeah, we go back and forth, but there's love.
At the end of the day, it's a bond that will never be broken.
It is a bond, a strong bond.
Right. And we see that in The Elegant Elephant, Fly, and Flea.
Yes.
So you could have written a book about anything.
That's right.
Why the topics you chose? And why now?
Okay. Well, now it was definitely not planned now. But because of the subject now, we see that it is very prevalent, bullying, and it is necessary to have a piece such as we have out now. Well, we know of a situation where a person was bullied, bullied very badly, and kind of lost everything.
Right, so we decided to put it, in a book form, and especially for children, because, they need to learn the lesson early on in life so that they can take it on to adulthood. And of course, we know bullying never stops. It's something that's prevalent now. It's a timeless subject. So we wanted to address it, put it in a children's book.
Yeah, in a way, too, that kids could ingest it and learn from it. One thing I've shared this before, I feel like, and I don't know if you all agree, it's harder now for youth today because of social media.
Oh, yes.
It's always there. It's right on their devices.
Yes.
What is the state of youth, as it relates to self-esteem and accepting each other's differences, would you say?
Yeah, I would say that, when you look at children growing up now as opposed to how when we grew up, there is a problem between communication, or with communication. They communicate with devices rather than with human beings. They lose the personal touch. It's almost like they can sit in a vehicle and they could be on their devices talking to each other without the actual interaction, So I would say right now, they're in a space where we've never been, and it's up to the adults to bring them out. to have that personal space with them, that personal connection. So yeah, I think it's kind of bad, but at the same time, they do offer something that we don't have. And we have to tap into it and kind of, you know, create that balance so that we are giving to them, they're giving to us, but more so we're giving to them because we are wiser. You know what I mean? And the last thing on that is this, and we kind of touched on this earlier too, but the state of the world itself, you know, the bullying that is prevalent and everything else, it's not going to get better. And I hate to, you know, be the bearer of bad news, but it's going to get worse. So we have to stay connected to those things that are real, that are tangible, that are faith-based, you know, type of things. And we have to give it to the children because they're not connected to these things, and it's causing them to go the opposite
Those
way.
are the universal themes that are always here. You just got to know how to navigate it regardless of the medium.
Right.
I'm curious to know, what have you both experienced in life that you believe makes you authority or even informed you in writing this book? Why should people hear it from you based upon what you've experienced in your life, Dr. Hilliard?
I think they should hear from me because I have so much experience. I have so much experience and transferable skills, and I believe I've dealt with children for so many years, children who were in youth detention centers around this area trying to embrace or instill upon them the importance of being the best they can be. You know, pulling up your pants, getting your character together, this self-esteem issue. So many children have a poor self-image. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to be seen in public doing the things they need to do as far as being educated. So I want to stay home. I don't want to associate with this one or that one because they look in the mirror and they don't think they're beautiful enough or have enough, you know, to give to someone. And so I want to pour into these children, which I have been in 41 different schools here in the District of Columbia as a substitute teacher, just trying to help these children and see what some of the differences are. And when it all comes to the end of the day, as people say, they all need to be embraced. They all need to have the discipline that can only come from, or should come from, home first. And they all need love.
Yes.
And that's what I have to give to them, just like I gave to him.
Right, and speaking to me, let me just say something about that question, because I'm like this. Before you sometimes know what something tastes like, you can taste it first. Right? And when you taste it, you know now how to describe what its texture is, the flavor, and that. I, myself, have been the victim of what bullying looks like. And I am so grateful that I have been able to overcome the bullying. So now I can talk about it.
Yeah.
I can identify with it, and I can say to someone, hey, this is what you need to do.
Was this in grade school?
Let me see. This was on the streets of Jersey. Back when I was in like the 8th grade, no, let's say from 9th to 12th grade.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, I can speak on it from having experienced it. And more than that, though, it's the overcoming part, you know, that I'm more so, you know, interested in sharing with the children. You can overcome. You do not have to you don't have to stay stuck in situations. It's up to you, and it's in you. So now we get back to the faith and the universal things out here that people don't, you know, gravitate towards these days. When you're connected, you're able to now, you know, be directed when you're connected. But when you have no connection, you have no direction.
Wow, that's powerful. That should be the next book. I don't know if we're working on a new one.
And you need the foundation
You do.
to survive. You need that support system as well. I was bullied. I was bullied as a child. I was, would you believe, a safety patrol. And this bully was 2 years older. And she would bully me all the time. But around 2009, when I went back to the school reunion, she was there. When I saw her, I called her name, as I won't do here. I called her name because she looked the same. I love to rhyme. But anyway, I called her name. She looked the same. And I said, blankety blank. She goes, I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me about it. And I'm like, what happened? All day long, all I have heard are stories about me being a bully. So being a bully follows you, as if you're a child bully, it follows you to your adulthood, into your adulthood.
That's very true, and you can remember those memories like they happened yesterday. I definitely encourage all of my viewers to get your book.
Yes.
Where can they put in orders?
Well, creativeworks.com. Yes, that's one place.
Creativeworks.com.
Yes,
You
yes.
just go on there and order it.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And also give it as gifts, too. I think that's a good option.
Absolutely.
I end this segment each and
Yes.
every time with one question, and I'm going to pose it to both of you.
Okay.
And all that we discussed today, and you're on Motivation with Marissa, what keeps you motivated, just in general these days?
God keeps me, I have to tell it, God keeps me motivated. Without him, I would be nothing. And that's why I'm so energized. I am a natural motivator, a natural teacher. I love, love, love people. Without him, I wouldn't be me.
Marcellus?
Well, for me, it's along the same lines as my mom, but it's salvation. Being free from any type of entanglements, being free from being bullied, overcoming just keeps me motivated because I know the next day is a new opportunity. And the next day is a better opportunity. As long as I'm alive, I have the strength to thrive, and I will survive.
I love it. As long as there's breath in this body, there's always tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming. I think you're going to touch a lot of lives and perhaps save some as well through the elegant elephant, fly, and flea. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.